This competitive season of Rocket League has seen one of the roughest, saltiest starts to a season that I can remember in my entire career playing the game. You can tell people are struggling because all the way down in Champion 1, you can find Season 10, Season 9, and even Season 8 GC titles in every single lobby you play in. This means that even players who received a Grand Champion title up to 3 seasons ago are still stuck 2 entire ranks lower than usual. Or I should say, were stuck. We're 1 month into the new season, and I think it's safe to say things are for the most part back to normal. I know my ranks are back to where they were in Season 10, and now that a lot of other players are back to where they were as well, the salt and toxicity is not as high anymore. That's why I'm finally able to tell you guys this story. It's about the most toxic game of my life, and it occurred several weeks ago when the season was still new and the salt was peaking. Let me rewind time and take you back to this doozy of a ranked match. I'm going to be showing you my perspective in order to remember exactly what was going through my head at the time. Remember, this took place almost a month ago, so I take no responsibility for my actions in this game because that was a totally different me. Like a really different me, as you can see by my car choice. See, I told you this is a terrible time in my life. The game starts pretty normally, just like any other game. But little did I know this would not unfold like a regular ranked match. Not even close. Like most games involving toxicity, this one took an early rough turn. As you can see here, my teammate decides not to challenge this ball at all, and instead would rather just sit at the edge of the goal and get absolutely annihilated by our opponent's flick. Let's see that again from his perspective. Ah, the hesitation is beautiful. Okay, hold up. Before we go any further, I need to reiterate that I'm simply reliving the toxic mindset I had at the time. I'm not the hero of this story at all. I am definitely the villain. I only ask that you hold your judgment to the end, because my teammate is also the villain. So we're only down 1 goal right now. Not too bad, right? Wrong. Have you ever noticed when you're tilted, even a goal down seems like you have no chance? I'm pretty sure at this point I had lost like 5 games in a row, so we can safely say I'm in full tilt mode if that wasn't already obvious. Here I see my teammate flail at the ball and my tiny tilted mind decides I need to take over and play better so I can carry my teammate. So when I see him take a slow turn in our own net here, I decide I need to bail him out by scoring on ourselves. Remember how I said I was the villain in this one? I warned you. Don't worry, it gets worse. Now I wish you could see the in-game chat at this point because the toxicity has now spread to my teammate. He's now fully tilted as well and begins ball chasing and of course trash talking me. Obviously I respond to his trash talk by playing much better and just kidding, I own goal again. Now at this point there's pretty much no hope for this game, right? 3 quick terrible goals, 2 my fault, 1 his fault, we're tilted, we're throwing, he's talking trash, so I decide to just mess around a bit on the next kickoff. I tell him to go for it and then ram him. Remember, I said I was the villain. And look, it's 4-0. Now, if any of you have ever played Rocket League for even a little bit, you've probably been in this situation before. Both you and your teammate fully tilted, going at each other in text chat, giving up goals left and right. It's basically a shit show that has no chance of turning around, right? 99% of the time, you lose these games. Well, this is where it gets weird. For whatever reason, I decide not to forfeit and keep playing. And he decides to do the same thing. We hate each other, yet our stubbornness binds us together. We are toxic brothers now, fighting to the last breath. I dish out a little pass down to him and he almost blows it, but somehow manages to score. We're still down 3 though, and we're still both pretty tilted. As you can see, I'm still doing stupid shit, going for this ball for almost no reason. He hasn't passed to me once this game, so this little center ball actually caught me off guard. However, he keeps persisting and then goes for something on the ceiling. I'm ready for the pass this time, but then I take solace in the fact that I'm not the only one own goaling in this game. Now things have gotten awfully quiet in the text chat. My teammate and I are no longer bickering. We've become distracted by the sweet scent of hope. We now have a common enemy and we begin to go full tryhard. Then our opponent almost own goals again, and that's when we really begin to sense their fear at our rage now being directed at them. I push harder, turn and demolish one of them. The other one decides to go for corner boost, and my teammate walks it into the net. We're now 1 goal away from completely turning this hopeless, toxic game completely around. On the next play, my teammate catches the ball, turns inside, looks our opponents directly in the eyes and says this is for all the Season 9 GCs still stuck in Champ 1, and flicks the equalizing goal with authority. At least that's what I imagine he said. Now I feel the inspiration. I've been completely reformed. I'm still whiffing here and there, but this is a new game now and I can feel the tide turning in our favor. Nothing can stop us now. I can tell my teammate senses this as well. We're now Salt Brothers, reformed and playing our hearts out for a common goal. He makes a nice save in the air and pulls it down for me to take over. It's a 2v1 now, but this is my moment. I flick with all my might and send the ball accurately towards their net. I've done it. I've gone from completely toxic saboteur to the savior and MVP of this game. The character arc is complete. You know, Rocket League isn't so bad. It's kinda cool how at the beginning of a game things can go terribly and all hope can seem completely lost, but with some hard work and determination, some brotherly love and compassion, anybody can turn any game around. Never give up, guys, because even a toxic situation in a toxic season can— okay, fuck my teammate. Or is it my teammate? Did I really switch to the Dominus? Would you guys really believe that I would do such a stupid thing as to use a Dominus? My friends, this is not me. This is me. I was the teammate all along. I would never ram my teammate. This guy sucks. But guess what? I suck too. No one is the winner here. Well, except for these guys. They are by definition the winners here. You see, in this story, the heroes won and the villains lost. Could you really ask for a better ending?